I woke up this morning with a feeling, wondering what it was. I looked. It's an old companion, part of this feeling that often keeps me company. It's disappointment. I wake up and move about my day feeling disappointed. I expect disappointment in most moments. At a guess, I'd say this is a long, drawn-out wound, a life filled with lots of moments where I experienced disappointment. Moments where I was blamed for something I did not do. It's most likely the main one. I was blamed for a lot of things I did not do. Moments where I was yelled at for something I did not do, punished, sent to my room, grounded for something I did not do. And even if I did do something, I was a kid. How bad could it have been? From that experience over years, it set up a foundation of emotion anchored in disappointment. It doesn't surprise me when I fail, and I do not have to fall very far for disappointment because I am already there. It's kind of like I expect to be disappointed in life. Because it's normal, when I am really hurt, the hole is deep and wide, I feel it intensely. Disappointment for the average person is a short-term experience. They go in, they go out. Their foundation is based around achievement and success. Even simple tasks like making a meal, the average person makes a meal, achieves it, and moves on. Daily, I am bombarded with streams of thoughts around not knowing what to eat, not knowing how to make delicious food, and not knowing what to do with that food. Experiencing disappointment around eating because deep down on the inside, that is what I expect. I expect to feel disappointed with the food I eat, so I am. I expect to feel disappointed by life, so I am, in many different ways, from many different sources. So if this is your issue as well, I'm about to do what I do to clear it. I sat with this all day, so I would create this video and show you how I clear my energy from these deep patterns. I want to share this story first. My daughter and I are aiming to win the lotto. Why wouldn't you? We have won small amounts 2 times. The last time I felt the disappointment of not winning the big one. That very natural, normal feeling that is internally expected. Well, this morning, after writing what I just shared, I stopped to check the ticket and we won a small amount. But instead of feeling disappointment, I felt what I think was joy. A wave washed over me with a feeling that was nice. A feeling that said, yay, we won, not I am such a loser. Even just with this realization, as I've been writing this, I can feel the hold that disappointment has on me softened. So with that in mind, let's do this clearing and see how things change. Now, a caveat, you can probably hear a guinea fowl. If you can hear this in the background, it's our guinea fowls because they're right under the house. Okay, let me get settled. So, this is something I do to clear my energy when I've got patterns, deep, deep patterns, like these really long-winded patterns that have a really big hold. This is long. It's not an hour. It's like 5 to 10 minutes. It's not that long. Actually, it's probably 5 minutes. But you know, doing any kind of pattern work can seem long and drawn out. So just follow along. You can pause, you can stop, you can just follow along with what I'm saying. Just see how you go. But essentially, I will do it specifically for this feeling. So I will say this feeling, which is that disappointment feeling, but you can use this for anything. But for this video, I'm doing it for this feeling of feeling disappointed. Okay. In this moment right now, I surrender this feeling to the nothingness so it dissolves and becomes nothing. All I'm doing is just breathing, letting it settle to see where it lands. And now that it's landed and I can feel the next layer, I surrender this feeling to the nothingness so it dissolves and becomes nothing. Because I know this feeling is a lie. And I want to live my life based on the truth. I want to feel the truth, see the truth, hear the truth, know the truth, be the truth, believe the truth. I want to live my life based on the truth. Merge me with the truth so I know who I am. I surrender this feeling to the nothingness so it dissolves and becomes nothing. And the next phase is what you're replacing it with. And I do this tapping, not normal tapping, a different tapping. This is one I created about 15 years ago and I've been using it ever since. So it starts on the crown of your head. You just tap lightly. I'm willing to be willing to be willing to be willing to experience a feeling of joy in all my lifetimes. And then on your forehead, I'm willing to be willing to be willing to be willing to experience joy in all my lifetimes. And then on your chest, on your heart, I'm willing to be willing to be willing to be willing to experience feeling joy in all my lifetimes. And yes, sometimes it might change a little bit, that's okay. And then down on your stomach, between your belly button and your chest, I'm willing to be willing to be willing to be willing to experience feeling joy in all my lifetimes. And then breathe in and breathe it up. And then out. I surrender anything that opposes this feeling joy to the nothingness so it dissolves and becomes nothing in all my lifetimes. I surrender this feeling to the nothingness so it dissolves and becomes nothing. I embrace feeling the truth. There might be a little bit more. Surrender this feeling to the nothingness so it dissolves and becomes nothing. I surrender this feeling to the nothingness so it dissolves and becomes nothing. I surrender this feeling to the nothingness so it dissolves and becomes nothing. Oh, goosebumps. That was massive. That was a big layer.